Attention, all YouTubers and avid viewers. Get ready to uncover the exciting future of YouTube as we dive into the captivating updates and changes that are set to revolutionize the platform for creators and viewers in 2024. Let's dive into these YouTube's thrilling updates that I'm super excited about.
Welcome to Content Creators Connect. Here we're all about encouraging the 3 C's, connecting with others via video, content development that builds your personal brand, and creators sharing their experiences despite their distance.
The C3 team member leading this evening is Manny, also known as Coach Manny. He is coaching us up in the world of social media marketing as well as pursuing his passion for true crime.
My friends, I have to ask you guys, with the constant evolution of YouTube, I'm curious. Do you guys actually keep on top of what new changes, what new updates that come to YouTube? Do you guys keep on top of that? Kevin, do you keep on top of that?
Some of the ones that they are really promoting through some of the other channels that I watch, they go through some of those channels, but I know you're on top of it, so I always look forward to hearing from you and how your interpretation of the updates that are coming up. So I've heard of rumors of a couple of them. I haven't really dove deep into it, so I'm hoping that you cover them. If not, I'm going to be asking you about it later. How about you, Dory?
Well,
I mean, no.
I love it. I
Probably,
totally love it.
I mean, partially for the reason Kevin said, because you are the go-to person in this group when it comes to like what the heck is going on with YouTube. So when you shared earlier with us about, how to find some of the videos that are like really doing well on our channel, and I was like, I didn't even know you could do that. That was very enlightening to me. So I am very excited to hear what you have to offer regarding the updates that are on tap for 2024. I can't even believe we are talking about 2024 already. But if this stay on top of things type of content is the type of content that you would like to see more of, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell, ding, ding, ding. That way you get notified whenever we go live.
I love it, my friends. Thank you so much. I'm a big believer in YouTube. I'm a big fan of YouTube. A friend of mine sent me this video that he saw on TikTok. And the video, I kind of disagreed with the video, and here was my take. The video was more of this guy was inside of a high school and he was kind of taking a poll, just kind of taking a survey of what what these young kids were thinking about some of these platforms. Are they here? Are they dying out? What's going on? According to this school, I don't remember the school itself, they felt like YouTube was on its way down. Now, if you've followed our channel any, I'm a coach to over 40 kids. 40 kids from grade school all the way through seniors in high school. I totally had a complete opposite of that comment. Literally, I have middle schoolers talking about YouTube. I have high schoolers talking about YouTube. And to be completely honest with you, I hear them talking about that more than in the past. I even heard one of the kids who's, I believe, a middle schooler, maybe even fifth grader, talking about putting a video on YouTube. So to me, I had a completely different thought as to what he was sharing about that. So that's why I'm excited to bring these updates to you, because truth is, YouTube, their goal is to not go anywhere, right? Their goal is to be the go-to platform. In September, they held an event, and it was an event to basically celebrate creators along those lines and things like that. And along that, they were sharing some updates that they had in the whole thing. And it was called Made on YouTube. YouTube. And basically sharing any updates that are going to be coming. Now, these features I'm going to be sharing with you, they haven't actually started yet. They're going to start rolling out as we get closer to the end of the year, early next year. So that's why I say for 2024. Now, one of these, it's not necessarily a feature, but it's another big update. But I did share this update with you before, but I'm going to share it again. But here's the truth. If you watched Kevin's previous training, he trained on Canva and trained on AI. What do you think YouTube is headed, right? This AI stuff is becoming a big deal. Now, YouTube, they're in competition with Facebook. They're in competition with these other platforms that want to keep your attention. For YouTube, they want to be the platform you're at most of the time, right? I can tell you when it comes to watching TV, my wife watches a lot more YouTube than anything else. And so there's a lot of people like that. So for you, the content creator, for you, the YouTube viewer, what's going on with this stuff? Well, I want to give you a few different creator tools that were announced to help us creators. And for you, the viewer, this is a taste of what you're going to be seeing from the creators that you'll be watching, where they're getting their stuff from. So YouTube, they hosted this Made on YouTube event. And this was less than 2 months ago, sometime in September, towards the end of September or something like that. And basically, it was their way to feature, their latest ways to support the YouTube group, the YouTube people. YouTube wants to support and us creators who are creating content on YouTube, just like content creators connect, right? They want to support channels like us to help us create better content for who? You, the viewer. Because when we create the right content and we keep your attention in tuned here, guess where you're not at? You're not on those other platforms. So to YouTube, they want to make this a better atmosphere for all of us, creators and the viewers. And so they shared with us, or with everyone now, some of the things that they were doing. Dory, if you could share my screen for me there. So YouTube, they're putting out some updates, right? I want to share these updates with you, what they are, and how does it matter to you? Well, one of the updates that I really did appreciate, if I can find my mouse, excellent, is their AI powered music search assistant. Now, if you recall, earlier this year, they had Creator Music. Right now, it's in beta. If you go to your YouTube studio, you will see Creator Music, but it's going to say beta next to it. This is not launched yet. This is what's coming down. What they want to do is they want to make it very easy for us creators to find music that you can resonate with, that can go good with our content, that goes well with whatever sounds we're trying to make, whatever we're trying to do. Now, this, as of right now, is not looking to cost anything, but I want to take you over to let me stop that share and share another screen. If you look on YouTube Studio, let's see, do I have that? Excellent. And just to give you an idea, actually, this is not the channel. As you can see, that's actually, we're live right now. But when you're here, I just noticed that, okay. So this is our C3 channel. As you know, we're still a fairly new channel. And so it's not available there, but let's go and switch accounts. As you can see, I manage a lot of YouTube accounts. Okay, so you can see now creator music. Let me make sure my screen is showing that. Okay. You guys can, eeks. You guys can see creator music on here. Welcome to creator music. This is where you can, you know, if you, did it follow me along? Do you guys still see me? Okay, excellent. As you can see, this is going to be available to you. And this is not the AI powered version yet. But as you can see, you'll have creator music. It's in beta. Now, one of the reasons why I get some of this stuff is because I do opt in to test stuff as a creator. And so that's why you can see it on this, because this is a monetized channel as well. And I do opt in to be a tester. And you can see here right out of the gate, they're trying to get me to, you know, they're giving me $15 on them basically, right? To purchase something. So you're going to have different options. You're going to have paid options where you can pay right now. A lot of this, you know, you can get at discounts and all that. You're going to have some free music, you know, and truth is they already have music. They already have some music for you. This is a little bit of a different music than what you're probably using right now. Because if you know, you go in the back, they have a sound library, a great sound library, to be honest with you. This is their next level version if you pay for it. Now, as you can see, there's going to be different options because as a content creator who, if you are monetized, you'll have these options. But if you're not monetized, that's okay. You're still going to have this option of, let me go back to my other screen here. Let's see. Where's my, window. That's right. There we go. So you'll still see this here. You'll still have that. When they do roll this out and you are a creator, you're going to still have the creator music. You're still going to have this exact screen that you see here, where you can put a search in for whatever type of music that you're looking for. And it's going to be AI powered, meaning that it's going to give you a lot more options. It's going to be more closer to what you are asking it to do. So it's going to be that assistant for you. So the whole goal is to make it that much more simpler for us to find music. You know, if I'm looking for true crime music, show me music that's around the true crime genre, or show me something that would be music I would play on Halloween, or show me something that I would play for Christmas. It's going to match what you're asking it to do. And the best part is that they're beefing up this library so that it's really all you need. Now, again, there's always going to be competition, right? YouTube wants your attention. Now, with that also being said, the next thing I want to talk about is another free tool. What I love about this, that if you did this on your own, this is a costly method. If you did this to every video, but what they're doing is it's called allowed, basically AI dubbing for creators. What that also means is you can have different languages for that. So if you're targeting people in certain areas, what does that mean for you? That means more views. Okay. That means more reach. That means more eyeballs. That means more people seeing what you have to offer, as long as it is relevant to them, right? As long as it's relevant to the target that you're trying to target, because you can do your video in English and target that many more countries. Truth is, who wouldn't you target? This will double your views because you're going to be able to target that many more people. Because truth is, do I really want to target Spanish speaking people if I don't speak Spanish? Well, now that I have this to do the translation for me, I can now target Spanish speaking people, right? I mean, I am Puerto Rican, but I'm not very fluent in Spanish, right? That's been one of the things that I've not always been very proud of. But now I can still reach more people and I don't have to be the expert. And so this is one of the things that they're doing to help us. And it's going to be great because you're going to be able to easily create dubs, and that's going to automatically generate translations for the languages that you want it to do with what they call Aloud, which is their new AI powered language tool. So I don't know if it's supposed to be allowed or AI out. I don't know, but AI is the artificial intelligence and OUD powered language tool. I don't know. They're probably trying to put something together. Kind of makes sense. Powered. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Who knows? But when you want to, I mean, can you imagine how much more your reach is going to be? So this question comes up, well, how does that affect my my costs per click, or my cost per money, or CPM, or something like that, and then you also have the other revenue shares, the R, I'm forgetting these acronyms right now, but truth is, it's because your reach is longer. Now, if you're targeting in the UK, whatever their monetary policies are, that's what you're going to get paid for their viewership. So you'll be getting paid. It might be pennies to the dollar for what you're used to. Maybe you get paid great here in the US, but another country might be less, but really doesn't matter because it's more money, right? Because you're extending your reach. I think that's extremely fair. One thing I've always found about YouTube is they want to help you make money. Because if you're creating content that keeps their people involved, they want to help you make more of that because they want to keep you driven to make more content. So I think that is great. So you'll easily be able to go and, go to the little cog, that little wheel, that little thing where it's your settings. And when you click on that, you'll have like, this is the original English. You can do Portuguese auto dubbed. You can do Spanish auto dubbed. And this is exactly from that event in September. They were showing these exact images with videos. Actually, it was more like a video, but I just turned it, instead of just doing the whole thing, I just screenshotted stuff, make it easier for everyone. But you'll be able to go in there into your subtitles and boom, be able to follow however you want. Because what's great about it, it's going to automatically pick it up on whatever country it is if you're targeting them, right? Because that person is watching videos on their end. That's how YouTube works. They're catering to that country. Now, a lot of this is already, out there in the test area, but it's not available for everyone. I don't have it. You don't have it. Most people don't have it. I already showed you about that. The next thing that I really like, and this is very similar to what Kevin taught in Canva. And in Canva, and Kevin, let me tell you what, my friend, from that training, I've used that feature a lot where I just went to that main page and typed what I was looking for, and then it came back with all the options around there. That same scenario is what you can do with Dream Screen, but a step further, because I might go back to the green screen, but I may not, because this dream screen, it's a little hard to pronounce. Try saying that thing 3 times in a row. But the dream screen, it can also act as a background. You can replace your background and use the dream screen. Now, what is the dream screen? Just AI featured, telling it, you can say, create a video, panda drinking coffee. And I'm going to share with you the same example they shared at the event. But the panda drinking coffee, right? You click on that. And again, if you follow our channel and you saw Kevin's, you'll notice he put in a search and then it did some searching for him. In this case, it's going to start generating. And let me tell you, I am using this a lot. I have another tool that I go just like this. Create an image of a little girl with a red hood walking through the woods, and it will do that for you. I mean, can you imagine how much heavy lifting that thing is doing for you? But understand, this is when it's generating this. This is AI. This is actually like video footage. This is going to be those little videos that you can play in a short. So you can ask it, draw me a dragonfly in red, and boom, it's gonna create a video that now you can use as your background if you choose to in your shorts. And they shared in this event that in January of this year, Shorts was being viewed every day 50 billion times a day. Now, so many months later, it's at 70 billion views a day. Does that sound like it's losing interest or gaining interest? And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this on this channel right now. I'm getting more deeper into these shorts. I've put it off too long. I truly believe it needs to be a priority on our channels. If you want to head into 2024 asking yourself if there's one thing I need to do more or change, I would make shorts a priority. Here is why. I'm seeing a difference in views. If you're wanting to beef up your channel and get more views, prioritize shorts. I'm guaranteeing you this, my friends, because people like that short form content. It doesn't delay their day as much. Now, long form content, it's very important. Right now, what we're doing right now is long form. Can't fit this in 1 minute, right? I can't give you all this value in just 1 quick minute, or can I? I don't know, right? So at the end of the day, my friends, you got to stop and you think like, man, if something's trending, why don't I trend with it? Don't wait till the end to start jumping on it when it starts losing it, because everything has a tipping point. Everything. MySpace was popular at one time and now no one talks about it. Right? So you have to stop and think about it. The I forget it, Jeff Bezos, is that the Amazon owner, right? Or something. He himself said Amazon, he doesn't see it here for the rest of his life. He believes that someday Amazon will not be here. Right now, we couldn't imagine that world, right? But he himself said that. So you have to stop and you have to think about those things. Now, I'm not going to dive into this. This is not necessarily a feature, but this is a big deal. I'm not diving into this because I did a whole series on or a whole video on YouTube Create, but this was one of the big things that they talked about. This is something that YouTube is extremely excited about. Again, I just shared why I believe YouTube Shorts should be away, my friends, at least for Android users right now. Generally, whenever they're rolling something out, they normally start with the iOS system because it's a consistent platform. They know what to do. But this time, they did an Android rollout first. I, for one, love that. And again, if you are an Android user, right now is probably the best time for you to think about shorts. The YouTube Create app, you don't have to wait. You can download that now. It's in beta, but you can start it right now. Start messing with that thing because it's going to help you create your YouTube shorts that much quicker. So that's why and again, this is not one of the features. This is a standalone app. So you're not going to find this within youtube.com. You're only going to find this on your mobile device. That's why I didn't talk about it as a feature of YouTube. The next thing I want to talk about is the AI insights. I really like this because, again, they're doing the heavy lifting. And let me tell you why I'm finding a lot of power behind this. Because you are used to YouTube, my friend. But I use a lot of different tools. So I'm using things that are helping me create content already outside of YouTube. What YouTube is doing is they're saying, we see what's going on in Canva. I'm guessing. Now, let me paraphrase, right? Let me make sure YouTube's not telling me this, but I know that they're awake. They see what's going on in this AI world. You'd have to be foolish not to see ChatGPT is taking over, right? Microsoft has now gotten really heavily involved in their AI stuff. What do you think YouTube is going to do? They're going to follow along, right? They're not going to wait to the end to jump on because they're trying to be a leading brand. That's why I'm excited about this AI insights because it's going to help you create it. we were talking about what's the most popular videos working on our channel, as Dory was sharing earlier. This is the type of things that it's going to do. It's going to tell you this is the type of content you should create. If you are a vidIQ user, I'm a big fan of vidIQ. You've learned about that extension on this. It's already been given AI insights for a while. YouTube is just jumping on it now. So some of this stuff, it may not be new to me. It may not be new to our team here, but it's most likely is going to be new to you. And that's why it's important that you know this is what YouTube is bringing to you, the content creator. And this is what YouTube is bringing for you, the viewer, because they want you to stay tuned into YouTube. And so if you want to find the right content to follow and you got some good, YouTubers out there, well, their content's probably going to get better because they're going to be listening to you because of the searches that you do, because of what you pretty much ask for. Trust me, if it's one thing I've learned on my true crime channel is what do they like and what do they don't like. You learn that by, well, you put out another video, didn't get as much views. You put out this video, it got great views, right? But that's still a learning curve. That's why I love AI Insights, because it's going to help you do the heavy lifting. Again, it's going to recommend what you should be putting out there, right? It's going to recommend, according to your channel, this is what's doing great. You should do a little more of that. So I'm a big fan of AI Insights that are coming down the road as well. And so, my friends, those are the 5 big changes that I have found. Now, I'll be honest with you. They talked about a lot. You could go to Google Blog. You can see a lot of different updates that they've shared. I'm not going to go into we're talking like 3 dozen. Like, YouTube is trying to be the powerhouse for you to stay on top of. I just picked the biggest things that, again, where content creators connect, right? These are the biggest things that I believe that content creators need to stay on top of. And you, the viewer, are going to get the opportunity to see, wow, my content creators are stepping up for me because they know what you are looking for, what you want. And trust me, do you look at the content that we put out here every week? It's because this is what we see, this trending. This is what you guys are asking for. I cannot tell you how many times I love this compliment I got about our channel. Of one of my networking buddies went to this event and they were doing a basic chat GPT. And he was like, you guys got to go check out this channel that Manny is on. Manny did this chat GPT and how to, that one that I did where you should helping you create the spreadsheet and all that. They were blown away because of what he learned here on this channel. So the goal at the end of the day is about you, my friends. We want to create content that we know is going to be helpful to you. And so at the end of the day, that's why we ask for you to let us know in the comments, because we want to serve you. And that's what YouTube is trying to create. They're trying to create an atmosphere, a platform for you to stick to. So I'm going to stop right there, my friends, because I want to be respectful of your time. And really, that was it. That was the major updates that I found to be very grateful that I'm like, I love where it's headed. And with that also being that, especially based on that, the comment that I got, like, hey, what do you think about this video? I didn't agree with it. I think YouTube is becoming a bigger deal because I don't even, what's the competition for what they do? So to me, but again, I'm on this thing every single day, not really to view a lot of content unless I'm learning something. So you see, my viewing is learning how to be better at my channel and learning how to be better at what we're doing, right? As a social media guy, I got to stay on top of all of these things that happen to help you. Now, granted, am I going to miss stuff? Absolutely. There's only so much you can stay on top of, right? So that's my thought process on that, because at the end of the day, like, we're content creators. You're a content creator, right? We want to see you step it up in your world creating content. I met with a friend and she has a new business going, right? And I sit down with her and I'm like, okay, when are you going to get your first live up there? You got a great concept here. Very few people know about you. When are you going to get your first video? And so the agreement is she's going to do it this week. And on Friday, we're going to do it together. So that should be her second one, but we'll see. So, what do you guys think about that? Did you find anything away when it came to these new updates? Can you guys see yourself using any of this? What do you guys think, Kevin? We'll start with you. What was your biggest
Well,
takeaway?
thank you so much for that awesome content, Manny. So many, so many things to talk about. And like you said, you haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg of it because there are just so many little things. And I'm going to ask you just a little bit about one feature that I heard about, whether you actually looked into it as well. But my takeaway, that dream screen, absolutely love AI being able to create something like that you can now use either as a background or um, like sort of as a background if you want to do text over top as well and just have like you were doing with the spreadsheets and creating posts and stuff like that for short form content. Definitely that is a that's will save you so much time. And I definitely like the allowed feature, so that you can actually, like you said, expand your audience. So people aren't having to listen in English, that you can actually hear it as opposed to just reading subtitles in a different language, which is so cool. So those are the two that I took away. One that I
Awesome.
am one that I'm very curious about is I heard somebody saying about engaging with the audience, that in some of the replies, you can actually now do, or coming up will be doing video replies, kind of like a short form TikTok video message to a comment, so that you can sort of hold up your phone and say, like somebody asks you a question, then you can actually answer it right there as opposed to actually typing it in. So I'm wondering if
Huh.
you saw any of those types of updates.
That I have not heard of that one. I know a while ago there used to be something like a video response feature, like where you could respond as a video, like that was moons ago. But I've not heard of anything more current coming back out. That would be news to me. I mean, that would be interesting because they did remove, I mean, Google had that feature where you could have a video response, but they removed it because the low engagement rates because of it. So I would be kind of surprised if they brought that back.
So yeah, as I said in the comments here, I haven't opted in to be one of the testers, so I'm not able to go in and see any of those features that you were actually talking about. So I'd be
Now
curious if
that
that one was there.
maybe you're referring to like engagement on shorts. I think
It
that that
was
might be a possibility where you're going to be able to video reply on shorts,
Hmm.
like with the
it
little
was
there, some another short form
No, it was specifically to like a
on the
text
videos.
comment that somebody had left. And then if you actually go onto the phone, you could only do it on mobile. And then at the very end was a button to do a video response to that comment.
Hmm. I know I've heard on like the YouTube shorts, but I haven't heard on the actual long form video. I would wonder how that would work because, I mean, if it's a long video, that could really slow everything up just because of all the space it takes. So I would be curious. I'm definitely going to be looking at that one though.
Okay. But yeah, no, those are the two that I took away, was the Allowed and Dream Screen, and definitely looking forward to playing with those when they become available for the rest of the creators. So what about you, Dory? What topics did spark your interest during Manny's presentation?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, as somebody who doesn't really spend a lot of time investigating YouTube, I was kind of blown away by all of it. I
Thank
mean,
you.
seriously. Um, I think probably the biggest thing that you mentioned that's coming that really piqued my interest was the allowed feature. And I like that because I have some background in working with deaf and hard of hearing children. And so I have always been a big proponent of accessibility. And even back, oh God, like years, I would always make sure that I attached closed captions to my videos, whether they were live videos or recorded videos, because I try to be mindful of that, and I try to be sensitive to that. And so hearing that there is a way that AI can do that automatically to reach a bigger audience, that really gives me the warm fuzzies. I am in
That's
love with that
awesome.
idea. Yeah, totally in
Uh,
love with that idea. But I mean, just the idea of incorporating AI in general to make creators' lives easier with YouTube,
mhm.
I'm totally into that. Um, I did notice, Kevin, you had a question earlier that was, let me see if I can find it here. Here it is. You were asking a question about the dream screen, and you wanted to know if it was specifically for both mobile and desktop. Manny, do you know the answer to that?
Right now, it looks to be for mobile because it's really to help you to spice up your shorts. It's a really big thing that they're trying to get you to use because even when you're using the screen and you ask it to a prompt, it's going to help you generate something that's going to be animated. And so they're really trying to keep it to short form as of now anyway. So that's a great question. Right now it looks like a short form because for all that the literature I saw on it when they were showing all the demonstrations was literally on a mobile phone.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm guessing
Okay.
it's going to be mainly for shorts right now.
So,
It's not
and
an
I'm
app.
like,
It is something within the YouTube itself. It's not part of it's not part of the app itself, but it's something that's supposed to help you find, you know, my guess is we're going to even see a newer interface with all of this.
I did notice a few updates when I went on YouTube from my phone, that when you go to the channel now, where the buttons are located and things are slightly different. And I'm an iPhone user, so I don't know if it's different across the board or just they just did an iOS update. So, but that brings me to my two questions. So the first one, you mentioned early on how you kicked off your presentation that this gentleman went in and was interviewing high schoolers. Now, as you know, I work in a high school as well, and um, basically when the kids are attached to their phone, they're I see them. They are on YouTube. They are watching YouTube. So for this gentleman, I'm curious, when he was asking them this question, did he ask them what platform would be replacing YouTube?
Replacing it. I don't remember. I wish I would have watched it at least right before I got on here because then I would have a better. I will share it with you guys, and we can even put it in the comments actually.
Awesome.
But that's a great question because right now there is something. Oh yeah, actually, I even heard someone mention Kick. I believe Kick.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Like
Yep.
that was going to be the alternate or something like that. I believe that's what it's called. Um, which I've never really used that platform. I've heard of it more for like the teenagers, kids stuff. I've never, so I don't. But that's where like one of my students did make that comment, like now now that I'm remembering that about Kick being what's the big deal, that a lot of I think I want to say it was Kicks or something like that.
I'll have to ask my kids tomorrow at school, but I know a lot of creators that were moving to Kick, but they were adults. They were
Yeah.
not kids, and they were not making like kid focused, even teenager focused content. So I'm gonna have to follow up with my kiddos at school too and ask them that question. The other question I did
Yeah.
have though was about the YouTube Studio app. And I know it's on Android right now only, but
Do you mean the
if
edit app?
yeah, the
Yeah, because the studio
YouTube
app I
Create,
think is
sorry, not
available.
YouTube
Yeah,
Studio.
yeah.
My bad. Retract that.
Okay.
YouTube Create. Any talk as to when it's coming for iPhone?
No, no one has said anything on that part. That which is My guess is it's a sure thing eventually, because if YouTube is really trying to capture the market, you can't forget that aspect. I know that when it comes to these apps too, iPhone wants to be as popular as everything, right? I think they might have the most sales. I don't even know how that goes, at least here in the nation. But so I know it's just a matter of time. It's just no one knows a date. I was hoping in different, people that I talked to, I was hoping that someone knew something, but no one knew anything on a date.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that wrapped it up for my questions. Kevin, did you have anything else you wanted to ask questions on or interject with?
No, it was just on your comment about Kick. Yeah, I have seen a lot of people jump from YouTube and the other platforms over to Kick just because of some of the newer rules from YouTube coming out to creators. But they're jumping over to Kick because it's, I guess, a little more lax
Mm,
platform than it was for YouTube. So
I know there's
that's
also Rumble. Have you guys heard of Rumble? Which is
yes.
like if you really want to get controversial, you can go there, and very little rules, if any. But I don't. I mean, that's supposed to be a place that's supposed to be easier to monetize. If it's one thing that I truly believe, is that over time YouTube is going to get back to. At one time, it was a little easier to make money for creators. I think that YouTube might go back to making it a little bit easier, less than 4,000 watch hours and stuff like that. I think they're going to change that a little bit down the road. I'm just guessing though.
And I like that they're actually creating more tools for creators as well to help make
Yeah,
it easier and encompass it, like specifically with music, making sure that it's copyright friendly and it's all within that platform that can go onto the platform so that later on you won't get demonetized because of a copyright strike.
for sure.
True.
Well, Manny, this was very enlightening to me. I hope that our viewers take some value away from this as well. And it's kind of making me excited to get a little bit more serious about YouTube. I know I've said that, but like, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to take some vacation time over the holidays and just lock myself in this room up here and just zone in. So,
I would
thank
say
you.
with your D&D stuff, and with the dream screen, and with being able to do all this animated videos, I think you would have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. So I'll be keeping an eye out for when it launches. Yeah, great. More stuff that I can dive deeper into. I need less things, not more.
Oh yeah, true.
Um, but thank you very much, Manny. So I think we're gonna switch it on over.
Awesome. My friends, I want to follow up this training with another video that I would recommend, because we've been talking about different YouTube stuff, right? Check out our video on secrets to growing your audience with YouTube's remix feature, which is dated in March of this year, so about 7 to 8 months ago. And I'm sure one of my friends will put the link down below. And that was a great training that Dory had done. And it would be an easy way for you to really see, like, man, another way to just not spend a lot of time and create that short form content for yourself. So definitely check out that episode.
And if you enjoy content like this and are finding it useful, we would absolutely love it. And you, if you would like and subscribe, sharing our content is a great way to spread the love. Visit our website for more information on all the ways you can connect with us at right over there, linktree/content creators connect. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Drop down into the comments below and let us know what kind of content you would like to see from us in the future.
So, my friends, thank you for joining Content Creators Connect, also known as a C3 tonight, as we saw Mr. Manny talking about the new YouTube updates for content creators towards 2024. So we will return next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, where I will be talking about getting ready for the upcoming holiday season with some content ideas. So We will be multicasting live to YouTube, Facebook, and X. So make sure you join us then. Until then, we urge you to lean into your 3 C's. Start today creating unique content that builds connections and breaks down those barriers. See you next week.
Bye-bye. Thanks for joining.